We have such a good show tonight. We got these good guests. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. And I thought, you know, we have the makings of such a good show. Let's do one of our more popular things that we do here on the program. Let's have a little round of If They Mated. All right? This is a lot of fun. People enjoy If They Mated. Let me explain in case you don't know how this works. If They Made It, this is how it works. We take celebrity couples that we found out are dating, and maybe because it was in the newspaper or maybe a tabloid reported they're dating. We don't need much. Our legal department's pretty free and lax about this kind of stuff. And we find out what would happen if they had a baby. Because we have amazing technology here. We can actually look into the future and with DNA evidence, we have to get their DNA. We can find out what their child will look like in the future. It's pretty amazing. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. We'll start with this couple. This is exciting. Nicole Kidman is apparently involved with Jude Law right there. That's a great picture of her, mediocre picture of him. But apparently these two are now involved, Nicole Kidman and Jude Law. And when I found this out, I thought, that's a magnetic, interesting couple. Let's find out what would happen if they had a child. I'm just curious to see what would happen. And apparently the Three Stooges Larry gene is dominant in that family. I don't know, that's exciting. Now here's, okay, that just got us started, but here's a couple. Apparently there's some truth to this, and I thought this was electrifying. Christina Aguilera is apparently involved with Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, there he is, hearing the news that he's involved with her, and he's excited. There she is on her way to church. Anyway, I found out, we got to find out what these two, what their child would look like. I'm just curious to see what would happen if they made it. Okay. That one has attitude, that kid. For no reason, it has attitude. Britney Spears is apparently going out with Colin Farrell. All the ladies like Colin Farrell, and there's Britney Spears. Just about to say something really important, and I swear to God. Why assume it's going to not be something, maybe it's something very important about how to solve our problem with Iraq. It could be. Anyway, these two are involved. Let's find out what would happen if they made it. I'm just curious. And why? Why? That's not necessary. That's not right. Why? Why are its eyes crossed?
Love me. Love me, mother. Love me, father.
There's no reason for that. Here's an exciting one. These are both very hot young actors, Kirsten Dunst and Jake Gyllenhaal. They're both, everyone's talking about these two, and apparently they're involved. He just woke up, but he'll be fine soon with a little coffee. Anyway, Kirsten Dunst, Jake Gyllenhaal, let's find out what would happen if these two made it. I'm just curious, and wow. Now, let me tell you something. That child will be useful in the military, because can peer over a wall. Take a look. Can peer over a wall. And then all clear. I like to act things out because of my improv training. Nev Campbell is apparently going out with Val Kilmer. That's right. There's Val Kilmer. He's preparing for his role in the remake of the Grizzly Adams story, but anyway, these two are going out. Let's find out what their kid would look like. I'm just curious. And what? I don't know what to say about that one. I have nothing to say about that. That's just a weird, I don't know. That was disturbing, and I want to move on. I just do. Here's an interesting couple. They used to be together, then they broke up. Apparently, they're getting back together now. This is exciting. This is a classic couple, Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal, apparently. There they are. Whoa, wait a minute. We didn't do anything yet. You're reacting to actual photographs of them. I showed you a photograph of two prominent celebrities, and you're like, oh, Conan, why? How could you? Apparently, no. Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal are, oh, Lord. They're back together again. Let's find out what would happen if they had a child. I just want to see, and oh, Lord, that's just not right. Okay, let's take a look at this next couple in the news. Matthew Perry and Selma Blair. That's right, Matthew Perry and Selma Blair. He's holding his breath. there. Wait, these two, that's a hot young couple. This was reported in Us Weekly, so we're allowed to go ahead with this one. Let's find out what would happen if these two had a child. I'm just curious. No! Wasn't he in the Little Rascals, this one?
Hey, Alfalfa.
All right, now bear with me. This is a little strange, but stick with me for a second. What about two TV stars who are pretty famous for not having too much going on in the brain department? I was thinking about these two because in a way they're kind of linked. They're not that bright. I'm talking about Anna Nicole Smith and Homer Simpson. And I thought to myself, what kind of grunting moron would they make? I'm just curious. Let's see what their child would... And finally, let's try another fantasy one before we go. Last night, millions of viewers watched Dan Rather. No, none of them are here tonight. But trust me, millions of viewers watched Dan Rather interview Saddam Hussein on national television, all right? And I was watching it, and it made me nervous to think, you know, what might happen if a well-respected professional journalist could mate with an egomaniacal madman. Let's see. I'm just curious what would happen in... Curious. Well, our work here is done. We're going to take a little break. You got to stick around tonight. We got a very cool show. When we come back, Chaz. What's a better name than Chaz? Chaz Palminteri here. Go, you.